name is Maria Stone, and I recently graduated from a doctoral degree in astronomy at the University of Turku. Welcome to this YouTube recording, uh, to this video recording. So I put this material, and what is the topic? The topic is why I'm qualified, or what talents and expertise I bring to a postdoctoral fellowship that or position that I'm desperately trying to get. Um, I have finished my PhD, and I'm trying to do the next step in my dream career of astronomy, which is a postdoctoral research experience. And I would like to mention a few reasons why I think I'm a great candidate to join a research group or to lead my own research in general. Okay, so one, and I wrote for myself a little cheat sheet. The first one is going to be, I don't know if you can read it backwards, is passion. Since childhood, I have this big pencil. Yeah, passion. I am passionate about astronomy, and it does come from childhood. And um, like I have shared, I think in a blog before, whenever I feel somehow inadequate because I have this opportunity, or I have decided, or launched myself into this career at not as right out of high school, but after my undergrad, and I had a few failures in between. And life is messy, but I had the opportunity to. The stars aligned, and I had the opportunity to dedicate myself as a mature student to astronomy. And I have worked so much in other, jobs that I really want to give myself a chance to do some things that I am really passionate about the rest of my life, if I can. So yeah, I'm passionate about it, and to prove, I have a um, exhibit or a demo. That's the word, a demo. So this is a notebook from my high school years in Armenia because a very nice astronomy professor decided to take me into the astronomy club when I was in high school in Armenia. And just to show you, I was passionate, studying the telescope, and he was teaching these kind of coordinate systems, five, I believe, coordinate systems. You can see I was learning the coordinates, and um, how about this? Who is not passionate as a teenager to draw 3D diagrams of understanding our position in the universe? So yeah, it's fun to look. I also have my sister's drawings in my notebook, and now my own children are drawing in my notebooks. But yeah, this is a very small notebook. An 8.5 by 11 is like this, but this was considered a big notebook at the time in Armenia because it's thick. Okay, so passion. I'm passionate about astronomy. Second, I like observing. I love observing. Um, Kidding, not through this. Well, through this is also fun, like to look at the birds and have fun with the kids, but through telescopes. That's why I have, very fortunately, done a PhD where I did a lot of observing. And this is the Nordic Optical Telescope, and in honor of my passion and gratefulness to the telescopes, um, my thesis cover has a telescope on it. All right, so talents. I kind of think that everybody can do it, but I never had problem. That's the wrong way to say it. Okay, I'm okay with logical thinking. I think logically. That's my strong suit. And sometimes in humanities it is difficult because I expect logical arguments, not emotional arguments. So that's something I had to learn for essay writing. Logical thinking comes natural to me, so that means that I like math and I usually have no problem with math and physics concepts. Uh, in high school, I think I a little bit got confused about statistics, but then in my master's degree, I read calmly the statistics concepts and they made sense. So it means when I see a book like this, what does it say here? Standard mathematical tables and formula. I get excited. Mm-mm-mm. Come to mama. Look at this formula. I like it. So, in terms of expertise, okay, in terms of expertise, I say that I'm an expert. Also, how can you be truly an expert? Maybe after you have worked on something for 20 years, and even then the field keeps evolving, so you have to continuously learn. I don't think you can ever say that you are 100% expert or you're never wrong, even in your field of expertise. So when I say expertise, it means I published a paper on it. Yeah. So, but every time I have to do another project on a similar topic, technique, or tool, sometimes I have to learn more because, let's say, this one type of object is this kind of a signature, but if it's a different category of objects, different questions are associated with that different category of objects. So, what is my expertise? I have published papers with optical spectroscopy. Okay, and here are my beautiful spectra that I have worked on for years because a lot of them were faint and I had to learn the technique. Look how many spectra, just for one paper. And some of them are not included here. The messy ones and the star spectra are not included here. So optical spectroscopy, this is one. Uh, Optical imaging and near infrared imaging, yes. What else? Survey data. So survey data is beautiful because you can do uh, statistical studies, for example. Can you see? It's from my thesis. Let's say if I studied using gamma spectroscopic survey a quasar field within 2 megaparsecs, several megaparsecs projected and 2 megaparsecs co-moving distance. This is what I found, that if you do a 2D map, you get all these dots that are galaxies that seem to be near the quasar in question, which is in the center. But in real 3D life, within close distance, sub-megaparsec distance or around 1 megaparsec distance, there are only two galaxies. So survey data gives you a really powerful tool to look and find patterns among big number of um, galaxies or objects. But when I say I'm expert in survey data, I kind of feel I don't do very advanced computation. It is kind of basics. It takes a little bit of learning to do to learning curve to do those basic things, but they are not super advanced. What I mean, survey data, surveys come in all sorts of forms. Let's say this is survey one. It's a square paper survey. It looks in one way, it was done using certain parameters. Its products, such as tables, are given certain IDs, certain ways that they present. And then there's some other data table from a different survey represented by this green paper. And they're not really matched. A lot of the survey data work is, first of all, to massage the data until you get a coherent table that you need for your work. So all of the objects you have, all in the same way, in the same format, in one big table, all of the parameters and properties and everything that you need, you have produced it, and now you can splice and dice and look at patterns. So this is what I mean. So in principle, it's not advanced, but it takes time, and You have to read documentation. You have to be careful and make sure you do it right. Okay, survey data and observations. Yes, I have expertise in observations because I have done a lot of observations myself, and it was a wonderful experience in many ways. Not only for astronomy purposes or for research purposes, but also I got to see different countries. I got to talk to different people in astronomy and get exposed to different languages, different cuisine, and um, it's amazing. Of course, there was COVID when you couldn't travel, but before COVID, I got to travel to do observing to remote areas. Some of it was scary, but I'm very grateful. All right, so this is my expertise: optical spectroscopy, optical imaging, near infrared imaging. I'm working on one paper, SED analysis. I'm also still working on a paper, it's in a review. Uh, and survey data, working with data, big data with different surveys, and a real world observing experience. Okay, so, yeah, and my topic of expertise is galaxies or AGN. So I am interested in AGN, but when I study AGN, I compare them to normal galaxies, and I really study the neighbors around AGN. So those neighbors are usually normal galaxies, not active galaxies. So my expertise is, in terms of research topic, is galaxies. And now for the end, because I'm trying to make it entertaining, and also to be honest, uh, I will reveal an embarrassing fact about myself, because every person has positive and negative sides. Uh, so I have a negative um, fact or an embarrassing fact, but I will sandwich it between two positive or cute facts so that it will be entertaining and it will soften the negative, hopefully, um, so that you don't judge me too much. Okay, cute fact number one. When I was little and I was growing up in Armenia, I was playing in a yard in front of my grandparents' house. And the game was that you throw a ball, somebody throws a ball and asks a question at the same time. And if you catch the ball, your answer is yes. And if you don't catch the ball, your answer is no. So the girl threw me a ball and said, "You're going to have a million children." And I caught the ball and I said yes. So for the rest of the year, or so for a long time, because I was a kid, I was collecting names because I was petrified that I have to name 1 million children. So that's a cute fact. Embarrassing fact. Okay. In my last year of high school, I took physics class and I failed it. I failed the final exam. So there, in high school, you can retake it. And I just didn't study. And I didn't study for the retake either that much. I studied a little bit, I guess, because I passed the second time I took it, but I didn't study well enough to get a good grade on it. And the questions were the same as on the original final exam, so I could have at least just studied those questions, but I didn't. So now I try to motivate myself not to be so lazy, um, and so that I don't regret, in things. Okay, so that's the embarrassing fact. Now, ending with another cute fact. When I was young again, people would ask me, and my daughter, who is 4 right now, asks me, "What is your favorite color?" Well, like in many things, I liked fairness, and I didn't have a favorite color. I liked all the colors of the rainbow because my thinking was that if I like, let's say, purple over green, then the other colors will be sad, and I didn't want them to be sad, so I liked all the colors. So with that, I end my little video just to advocate for myself and for my applications, why I'm a good candidate and what expertise I bring. And I want to leave you with a quote by Vincent van Gogh for inspiration. "Great things are done by a series of small things brought together. So whenever I am overwhelmed, sometimes I need to take a rest, but I say, okay, at least I will do a little bit and then see how it goes, and a little bit and a little bit usually adds up. It's a beautiful quote. Great things are done by a series of small things brought together, and it's on a little to-do list um, thingy that my husband gifted to me. So thank you for your attention. I'm learning this recording video stuff, so I apologize that it's 15 minutes. So hopefully I'll get better. Thank you.